All right, everyone. How are you doing? Man, I am back, y'all. You know what? Let me hit the horn. Let me hit the horn. Am I hitting the horn? It's been so long. I'm hitting the applause. I'm not even hitting the horn. Where's my horn at? Here we go. Woo! I'm back. Now that costs me an applause. All right. Since I've been gone for a little bit, gone but not forgotten for sure. At least I hope so. Man, I got a special one for you, an open box. We haven't done an open box in so long. Got all kinds of equipment. I just haven't had time to open it up. But man, that's what we're here for. That's what we're gonna do. So let's jump right into it. This is something that I have needed for a while. How we doing on can you hear it? I got an audience in studio with me today, and they watching me like I'm Jordan. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even checking to see if the stream is coming through. Give me a thumbs up if the stream is going through. They should be watching it anyway. You know what I'm saying? All right. Well, I got a special one for you. If you watch the description, we're gonna be doing an open box on a dual monitor. So if you're like me, there's no way that you can live life with a single monitor on your laptop. You got to have a dual monitor, right? These are first world problems, but having a multiple monitor makes things so much better, so much easier. So I tried to do that, and I did that maybe last year or a year before last, but it's probably been 2 years, and that monitor did not work. It hung on the back of the MacBook Pro, which we're going to get into here in a minute, as you can see. Voila, and it just didn't work out. So I was at a meeting, and another individual happened to have this one, and it was like, oh man, it's working. They loved it, so I'm like, okay, let's do it then. So, question is this: have you ever felt like your laptop screen just isn't enough? I know I do. Whether you're working remotely, gaming, or multitasking like a pro, this 14-inch portable laptop monitor is a game changer, y'all. A game changer. So let's go ahead and get right into it. You know how I like to do. I like to just open stuff up. I don't read the manual. We don't need no badges. We don't need no stinking badges. All right. So as you can see here, there's some instructions here on how to fasten it. Please adhere to the following procedures to fold the screen extender. Now, another thing is I probably need to turn on some mics here so you guys can hear me when I'm turning my head. Because I turn my head to see if she's hurt. Because I also feel it. All right. So I'm going to need another microphone. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I can move this one. So I'm going to have to go back and forth unless I can get my handy dandy assistants to grab that purple bag for me. But no, the purple bag. I need the purple bag because all the good stuff is in the purple bag. All right, let me go ahead and add another mic on here really quick, y'all. See, we're all packed up because we got an event tomorrow. Let me come back here and get this. We got an event tomorrow, so uh, we are trying to be proactive. Well, no, trying to be. We are proactive. You know what I'm saying? We good. We good. Trying to be proactive. We are proactive, and as such, you know, it's like, man, we got to, we got to get it. All right, so let me just pop this one up in there real quick. Oh man, this is input two. Boom, two. Let me let that connect, and we don't want people to rudely interrupt us when we trying to do what we trying to do, right? We don't want that. All right, let me turn that down. It's a little bit loud. All right, so now I got my mic over here. Now, if I had a lovely mic stand over there, my lovely assistant could hook me up with a mic stand. She's listening intently to make sure that it's coming through loud and clear, right? Do you think I'm coming through loud and clear? Yes. Wow. I don't. I didn't feel too sure about that. Yes. Like 8 second delay. All right. Well, you know, let's see what's happening. All right. So now I should be cheddar gold. You know, Texas tea, all that good stuff. All right. So again, this is a 14-inch full HD IPS monitor with crystal clear visuals, ultra thin design. It's got a full set of cables, USB-C to USB-C, a USB-A to a USB-C, and an HDMI to USB-C. Now, what's great about that is, I'm a MacBook user. Yes, I went to the dark side. It is what it is. I can't come back now. You know what I'm saying? Blame it on my deceased brother, Thomas. All right. So as you can see here, your MacBooks are going to be C's, right? And so the C to HDMI does make it easy to do. But I like having all the different ways that you can go ahead and connect this. Now, here's the part that I love and what really kind of hooked me onto this, right? It's saying, okay, I like the sturdy carrying case. We'll check that out. Cool. We don't want it to break. It has a user manual. Who likes user manuals? I don't like user manuals. But honestly, setup is supposed to be so simple, you probably won't need it. Well, we're about to find that out. It says that everything you need to get started is seconds. So, with no further ado, now next time we do this, maybe I'll have my lovely assistant actually do this part, and then I can just talk. I can just be the talking head, and then we'll do magic tricks and have like a red carpet and things like that. All right, so here we go. It says step 1, retract the kickstand. Step 2, fold the clip. Step 3, stretch the product and fold the screen to the silicone of the bracket. And then 4, the side of the multifunction button is up when putting the product in the bag. Don't squeeze it. All right. Well, I mean, it just said 4 little simple instructions. So we're going to put this to the side and we're going to go ahead and pull it out. All right. Now, this is what it looks like. Nice and light, right? I'm using a MacBook Air, so I don't want anything to be too strenuous on my MacBook Air here. Okay, and as you can see, I'm going to open it, and it says open. Try to see what's upside up. Well, the one with the letters facing in the right direction. That might be a dead giveaway there. Okay, that opens up. I'm assuming that must sit on the top. Attention, when folding up the screen, be sure to pull out the bracket to the max. Otherwise, the irreparable damage will occur. Okay, well, that's scary. So as you can see, look, see how it's stretching out there? So I think what we're going to do here is we're just going to put it behind. We're going to stretch it out, right? And then we're going to let it, there's little rubber stoppers on both sides, as you can see, right? And looks like I might be able to just toss that away. Man, I didn't even get to use the knife. You know I love using my knife. All right. Well, I might, but I needed to make some room first. All right. So this is on there. Feels nice and secure. This says don't squeeze, don't pierce, and remove the protective film. All right. We're going to go ahead and do that. Ooh, seems so final when you pull that film off. Oh, so sorry too that my monitor is so dirty. This is embarrassing. Oh man, it's like someone coming over to your house and your toilet's dirty. Good Lord. All right, so we're just gonna wipe that off and pretend y'all don't see that, okay? Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I'm sorry, company. Next time this won't be dirty. I take no responsibility for the status of this monitor right now. But man, looked like someone was eating some hot Cheetos and touching on this thing. Just saying. Wow, hit dogs holler. Someone's smiling really hard over there. So somebody did it. And so you can see how heavy that was, right? As soon as I started to lean it back, it started to go back. So I am going to have to find out where I'm going to power this up. So I'm just going to try to turn this around and not snap off the back of my MacBook Air because it is pretty heavy once it's on. And just kind of see where the cables go, right? Because again, I am stubborn. Let's see, what is this for? Does this say pull? Oh, this is the kickstand. Hey, kickstand. Okay. Like that? Let's see. That doesn't seem to make any sense, but I'm going to leave the kickstand out anyway so that the computer doesn't fall all the way over. And I guess I'm going to turn back around because I didn't see anything in the back. Oh, here are the inputs, okay? So let me go ahead here to the end. And if you can see where the orange is, that is where the inputs are. So we're going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit. I get the right remote here. What do I do with the remote? Oh, straight in my face. If it was a snake, it would have bit you. Okay, don't want it to slide off the table. All right. So you see what the orange is there? That, my friends, is where your cables are going to go, right? There's three inputs there. And what we have here, if I get a little closer so I can read it, is we have the type 1C, the type 2C, and the HDMI. Due to the difference in interface function, please connect the data cable to the corresponding interface according to the instructions to avoid uh, the exception of no signal or a black screen. All right. So let's go C to C and see what happens first. Let's see what happens. I'll be here all day. I am hilarious. All right. Whoops. Charging the phone over here. And of course, you probably already have cables laying around. Always, again, keep the box. Try to open up your equipment as soon as you get it. Get your use in. Make sure it's going to do what you need it to do. Put it through its paces. Because there's nothing worse than getting busy. And then when you finally decide to go ahead and use your monitor, you realize it's not going to do what you need it to do. So very frustrating. All right. So we go ahead and we've got it plugged in here. It says it's connecting. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's give it a second, see what's going on. I might need to go into the control panel here. Settings. Whoops. Back here just a little bit so you can see it. But they're saying plug and play. It was looking like it was just going to pick it up. So if you can see right here, for those of you that are used to going into your display, I don't see another option here to like arrange the monitor. So, whoops. What do you see? What thing? Yeah, I don't know what this is for. Oh no, we don't look at manuals. Manual sounds like fun, right? All right, so it's coming on. It says the S1, and then it's going blank. So, and the reason, one of the reasons why I don't do that first, it says no signal. Um, is when something says, "Hey, it's so easy. You just take it out the box, you plug it in, and it works." Then I wanted to do that, right? I want it to be intuitive and easy enough for me to get it without having to go through a whole bunch of changes, right? So if I do have to go through a whole bunch of changes, then it's like this wasn't working the way that it said it was supposed to work. I feel some kind of way about that, right? All right, so I've plugged it in. So now it didn't just come on. So now I feel like I do need to go to the box. So we're going to go ahead and open up our box and see what's going on with our S1 here. Now this says in the box, we do have the cables, which is nice. You don't always get the cables here. Panel size, yada, yada, yada. Front side of the display, back of the display. Let's go in here and open it up. Whoops. Ooh. All right. So if you can see, I did what I said I was supposed to do. I retracted the kickstand. Looks like the kickstand might go down a little bit too. Yeah, like it's supposed to. Okay. And then fold the clip, which is what I did, or unfold it. Stretch the product. I felt like I probably didn't. The side multifunction button is up when putting the product in the bag. Oh, so I don't even know what the multifunction button does. Look at what we have here. We've got some instructions, but again, before we get there, just cause all my little cables fell out. All my rowdy friends are here for Monday night. All right. So first, let's check out that kickstand. Let's see if it actually goes down like I want it to. Ooh, loose and tight. Okay. Ah, there we go. Well, looky. There. Whoops. We gotta lock it into place, apparently. Like that. Okay. Now, let's see if that does exactly what it says. Ah, okay. Nice. All right. So now a kickstand is doing what it wants to do, like it's supposed to, and it's got some places where you can adjust it depending on where you want your kickstand to be for your viewing pleasure. I think that's pretty good for me right there. And now this says for the Mac, yeah, see, it was intuitive, right? You are supposed to go into your system preference menu and configure your monitor. So I'm in the right spot, y'all. This is where I'm supposed to be, you know, where I wanna be. And then I'm supposed to add the monitor. So the problem is I don't see it. So the question is I feel like I'm still maybe plugging this into the wrong spot. I'm gonna unplug, plug it back in. Now my assumption is any cable should do, like a little dab will do you. But maybe this is a data cable and I need to use it because it's a special cable, right? Type C for type 2. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I don't think that's the case, and most of mine are, uh, you know, pretty nice cables anyway, but you never know. Oh, what are we going to do with this anyway? This is a type A to a type C. We can't use that. We're Mac users. You know, we don't like it. We don't like it at all. I do have an adapter though. I could do that. I could do that. Now I do notice that there is a light that is lit up on the back. Not sure what that means, but we're gonna go ahead and just plug this one in and see what happens. Okay. We'll unplug this one. Let's see what happens. Do you like it? Do you not like it? All right. Well, doesn't seem to like it. I wonder what this button is for. All right. Well, go ahead and unplug this one. See, this is what I mean, right? I want it to be intuitive and do what we want it to do. And if it's not going to do that, let us know. Just tell me. And the light went off, which is interesting. So I'm thinking maybe it was this original cable was correct because it was lit up and maybe it was just in the wrong spot. So we're going to take this one off. Put this in. Now, another challenge that I have, just FYI, for those of you that are MacBook Air users, I need to plug multiple things to my MacBook Air, right? So, those Apple mouses or Apple mice are expensive. So you might not want to use an Apple mouse. That could be an issue. So you need to plug it in, right? You see how that said no signal again? And it's going into power saving. So that could be an issue. Number one. Another concern is, usually I am doing some kind of a dual monitor, but I have other accessories like my mixer, my video switcher, especially when I'm out on the road. And so that's what I need these things for. So I need more, excuse me, I need more inputs than the MacBook Air has. And as such, I'm going to go and dig into my bag of fun here and grab my device so that I can extend. It's not over there. You know, the silver thing that goes on the side. Is it in that drawer now? Is there one in there? I thought I had it in here, but I don't see it. You don't see it either. No, that's terrible. All right, well, looks like I am gonna have to read this thing. I've been trying to avoid reading this manual, but it's not gonna let me. Fine. Grab this manual. Very disappointed. All right. I know it's in that green bag, I believe, which I will go and grab here in just a second. All right, so let's take a look here. We got the clip, which I believe speaker, the kickstand. How to use the multifunction button. Press and hold the button for 3 seconds to turn off the screen. Swipe left for brightness. Swipe right for volume. Press button for 1 second to access the setting menus. Oh, so this is a control button. Well, ain't that something? Okay. Adjust the parameters in the setting menu. Swipe left to move down, swipe right to move up. Adjust the parameters by swiping left to decrease and right to increase. Press the button for 1 second to confirm the selection. Press and hold the button for 2 seconds to go back to the previous option. Okay, so this button on the top is like this feels like a little volume knob, and it just kind of goes to the left and to the right, and then you push it down, and that will turn it on and off. So see how I just turned it on there, and I'm gonna go. I want settings. So 1 second for settings. You're gonna go to settings for me, buddy. We're gonna talk nice to it. Okay, so it's powering on, and I want to go to settings. All right, it's not doing it. And then it's also saying here for your Type C connection, if your laptop has one full functional Type C port, you can use one USB-C cable to connect your product to your laptop. Please connect the cable from the first or second port on the screen. Extender to the fully functioned Type C port on your laptop. So the fully functioned one is the one with the little lightning symbol on it. So I got to come over here and look. I believe it is the one in the back, or they're both that way. I don't think it matters on this one. And if your laptop has one USB-A and one USB-C and one HDMI, please use two cables, one HDMI to USB-C and one USB-A or USB-C to USB-C cable to connect the other screen. Now that's interesting. Note the HDMI to HBC cable must be connected to the third port, okay, of the screen extender for video, and the USB-A or the USB-C to USB-C cable must be connected into the first or second ports for power supply. Notice if the display has no signal, the signal is unstable after connection. Please connect an external power adapter. So I think we found out our issue. Aha. Hey, waiter, there's something wrong with my soup. What's wrong with the soup? Taste the soup. What's wrong with the soup? Just taste the soup. All right, fine. I'll taste the soup. Oh, there's no spoon. Aha. Aha. What movie is that from? Coming to America. All right. All you movie aficionados. So I found another C cable in the box. This one has a 90-degree on it. So what it is saying is it needs power. It needs the power. It doesn't have enough power. So we're gonna plug this one in here. We're gonna plug this one in here. Okay. See how that powered on there? There we go. We're gonna run this to the back. And yeah, I can steal that from you. Or does it have a C input? That sounded so tragic when you said it. Was like, oh no, it doesn't. Guy G. Williker, what are we gonna do? We're not gonna be okay. Luckily for me, I've got things over here. And what happened? As soon as we did it, we got our display. So, yes, was it plug and play? Apparently it was. Is it extended? Well, there it is. You saw it pop up here, right? So I'm going to go ahead and arrange it because I actually want it to be on the other side, right? Left to right. Boom. Okay. And it's always good to kind of make sure that your monitors are at the same level there. I guess I could have put it in the middle. And now, as you can you see my mouse to the left? See my mouse going to the right? Boom. There it is. So now I've got my dual monitor. Okay. This is muy cool. All right, we'll pull up Port Orchard City Council on this side. We're going to open up another tab here, and we'll open up. Yeah, we probably don't want to open up QuickBooks. Let's just open up. Let's just go to Poseville City Council. How's that? We'll just put two things on the screen there. There we go. All right, so we've got both things up. Our dual monitor is in. It's working. Okay. I will say this is pretty heavy, right? So as soon as you pick this up, if you're not holding the back, the top is going to just fall backwards, and you do not want that to snap off. So that is one warning that I would say. It does have some weight to it. You're going to want to use your kickstand as well so that it does not just go all the way back, because you don't want issues there. And again, you can set your kickstand as far back as you would like it. Again, for me, I like it just maybe not right straight up, but if I was sitting at a table where this was higher up, that would probably be fine for me. Let me see. Okay. Try to do it without looking, which you can. So it's pretty cool about this kickstand. You don't have to. Yeah. Oh, all right. So I think you guys can see that. I can zoom out just a smidge. All right. Boom. So as you can see, I've got my dual monitors. Everything is good. Now, the other thing that I believe you're supposed to be able to do is just go ahead and shut this. Do I shut it this way? No, you would be able to shut it that way. That doesn't make any sense, right? You would shut it this way. And does this shut? Oh, that's why we need to stretch it, right? So the silicone will allow you to stretch it into your uh, nice little angle so you can leave it connected and put it in your bag, right? Which I would recommend at least unplugging this cable here, if nothing else. So that is it. What I want to do again is just kind of turn this all off just so you can see, start it from the beginning so people can see that what we're doing. All right. Just want to show people how easy this thing supposedly is. All right. We're going to go ahead and stretch it, pull it off. Okay. Just kind of working it in a little bit. Okay. And if I can show you the back of the kickstand here. All right. So the kickstand comes back as such, and it just twists, and it slides up and down, as you can see there. And you just twist it to lock it into the length that you want. This length seemed to be fine for me, right? So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so I'm just gonna put this back over here, just set it down, and then we're just gonna take it from the top, all right? But again, this thing here it's a 14-inch full display, and I believe my Mac Air is also 14 inches, so nice same size, good and readable, looked really good. So, ultra thin, a myriad of ways to connect it, either USB A, USB C, or HDMI. You may need a power supply, so do keep that in mind. Which of course I had one handy there, and it does feel pretty sturdy. I didn't see the carrying case in here. And I missed the carrying case. There's no carrying case in here. So I think they're saying when it's closed. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna put it in the bag. So, but there was no case in my box. And they're saying, there is a user manual, which I ended up needing. Sad to say, the power supply is what got me, right? But it is there for you. So it's not that complicated. It was pretty easy. What's big is this works with Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. Works with tablets and even gaming consoles like the Switch and the PlayStation. So that would be pretty cool, right? It's like, hey, I need a monitor. I'm taking my PlayStation on the road. Cool, right? You've got 300 nits of brightness, bright enough for any workspace. I'd have to test this outside to see how effective that is. We do events outside, but typically we're under a tent. But we'll test that and get back to you as the weather changes and gets a little bit better. Has 1,000:1 contrast ratio, so images are supposed to pop with the deep blacks and the crisp whites. Again, we'll see. Productive for video editing. I mean, if I'm on location, if I'm traveling and I need to edit, yes, this would absolutely work. Again, I wanted 2 monitors at least to do my editing and to do all the different things that I do, right? I use Restream, as many of you know. I'm adding guests in, I'm adding in other cameras, I'm adding in videos, and it's just so much easier to do if you have multiple monitors versus just trying to do everything with one. It just makes everything just a little bit more seamless and easy. All right. And so you can extend it, you can mirror, and you can portrait your screen. Uh, and that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and again connect it one more time just so that you can see it without all the rough, tough trying to figure it out. I mean, we've been going at it for about 33 minutes. I mean, not long, right? I mean, the first time and it's rough, I mean, I ask you for your grace. Shame, shame, shame. Game of Thrones people. I mean, I don't know how you guys don't get TV and movie references. You've never seen Game of Thrones? So this is her last day, ladies and gentlemen. That's a problem. Here we are supposed to know these movie references, so at least if well, I mean, we're talking about small miracles here. I mean, it's almost a 40-year-old movie, so you know, thank God for the small miracles. Oh, the well, we're gonna have to get you caught up. She's got a lot of work to do, but what's fun about someone that hasn't seen anything, you get to share a new experience with them, right? So that's fun. All right. So the other thing I want to share with you that this was $109.66 when I purchased it, and it was a 31% discount. So you're talking about typically probably $130 for this monitor. But if you look for sales, and these things typically are, you should be able to find it. All right. So again, let's go ahead and just do this one more time. Hit me, baby, one more time. All right. Oops, I did it again. And you know what? Let me just unplug everything just so it's fair. You're just seeing it cool, right? All right. And count with me. We are at 35 minutes and 17-20 seconds, right? 35:20. Y'all remember that. I'm gonna take it. Turn it right side up. I'm gonna stretch it. All right? We're gonna stretch it. Boom. Okay. Now it's on there. We're gonna go ahead and get our kickstand how we want it. Boom. Right? Now we gotta put our pieces in, which you can see. We got our C for our power. We're gonna put that in position 2, and we're gonna put the C, USB-C, that is, into position 1, and that's gonna go to our monitor. I'm gonna go ahead and just give it power first. Why? Why not? Let's eat our dessert first, and then I'm gonna go ahead and give it its connection to the MacBook Air. And just like that, how long was it? 3520, 3620. That took 60 seconds to hook up. So again, I'm sold. I can show up to an event, I'm getting set up, and either myself or one of the other folks from the conduit can get everything going. We need a name. What is someone that is part of the conduit? The conduits, the condies. We got to come up with something. I'm seeing some, people making faces like they smell something bad, so they're not liking that. But if you want to type in the chat, just tell us what would be a good name for us. Are we the condies? And what are you as viewers, right? As subscribers, are you condies? Are you the conduits? I do like the conduits, right? Because you are also sharing. But that is our review of the SI dual monitor. Again, I got this off Amazon, $109. Plug and play. It was quite easy. The big thing was you might need a power supply in order to connect it, but this was really easy. All right. So as always, it's been a pleasure. Sorry I've been gone for so long, but there's so many different things that that we have going on. I've got other things to open up for you. Man, I've got a 360. Man, we still haven't really got into the drone. Man, we got so many things coming up. So we're going to have a lot of good time. We're going to have a lot of fun. All right. So as always, take care of yourself. Take care of each other. I'm R1 Cameron. This is The Conduit. We will see you tomorrow for City Council. Until then,